Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to separate the eggs from the yolk. We're going to use 5 eggs. You can use the shells or you can use your hands. I'm going to use my hands. I'm ready to wash my hands real good. And I think for me, my opinion, that's the easiest way. But they sell like a little thing and you put the egg and then the egg whites going down. You can buy one of those if you want. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm coming back. In here I have some sugar. And I'm going to use 1.5 cups of sugar. We have a cornstarch. We call it in Spanish Maizena or fécula de maíz. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to use 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So we're going to put that in there. My stove is off. I'm just going to go ahead and put 1.5 cups. The big one is 1 cup. And then the red one is going to be 1/2 cup. So 1.5 cups of sugar. And like I said, the stove is off. And then I'm going to add 5 tablespoons or 1 teaspoon of salt. And 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then I'm going to stir. I'm just going to mix it up, mix everything. And I changed the pot to the small pan. I'm going to add 4 cups of milk. You can use any milk you like, okay? In here I'm using the 1% because that's what I have at the moment. But you can use just regular milk. 4 cups of milk. And then we're gonna start. It's very important that you dissolve all the cornstarch and the sugar with the milk before you turn your stove on. Because if not, you're going to have some lumps and you don't want that. Now I'm going to turn the stove. I'm going to put it at the beginning of medium high, but only for a few minutes. I have the 5 egg yolk. And when the milk starts like warm, not hot, warm, you're going to add them, and quickly you're going to revolve that. If you have the wire, I don't know how to call that in English. It's the wire spoon or the wire thing. You're just going to quickly, but you got to do it quickly. The milk is kind of warm because you don't want to cook the eggs, okay? And if that happens, you have to use the strainer. But if you do it quickly, like I'm doing in here, you're not going to have no problem. You see, I'm using that, and because that's what I have. Now, when you see your milk start coming to a boil, and then you're going to lower the heat to medium or medium low. You have to stir this constantly. That's going to take approximately 20 minutes, okay? So you have to have a lot of patience when you're doing this, and you have to keep moving until taken up. Now, approximately, I'm going to say 20 minutes pass, and I keep moving. This is the consistency you want to look, okay? And as you see, have a nice color. And then I have in here a baking pan. So the longer you let it in the stove, the thicker it's going to be. So I have the Nilla wafers, and I have 1 box. And now I turn my stove off, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Some people add butter, but I really don't see the need to add butter. But if you want to add them in there, you can add 2 to 3 tablespoons of that butter. Now you're going to set that on the side, and you're going to place your cookies, half of your cookies, at the bottom of the pan. I just flipped them up, but it really doesn't matter. So you're just going to cover the cookies with the pudding. So I remember when my daughter was like 9-10 months, I used to make the pudding, only the pudding without the cookies and everything. I used to make that when I was in Puerto Rico, so and she loved it. So now we're gonna place the 5 egg whites. Remember, we separate the egg yolk from the egg white. So now we're gonna beat them. I have a KitchenAid, but you can use the hand mixer, and I have cream of tartar. So we're gonna add a pinch of that, probably like half teaspoon of the cream of tartar. That's gonna help with the volume. Volume? Did I say it right? Probably is. And then we're gonna beat that medium to medium high. And this is gonna take a few minutes also. Now I'm adding the cream of tartar, and we're gonna add half cup of granulated sugar. And like I say, it's gonna take. You have to be patient with this one too, because we're gonna do a meringue. So that's gonna take time. And then I'm gonna put the speed up, and then wait until comes to a meringue texture. Now I'm adding the sugar little by little. Now we're gonna wait. So I see you in probably 5 to 7 minutes. Now I'm going to add some of the pudding. You can make more if you want more pudding. Just double the amount of everything. And I'm going to put some bananas. Really, the bananas depend on how much you like it. Some people put 1, some people put 2, some people put 3. So that really depends on how much you like it, okay? So I'm just going to add 2 in there. And I'm going to add the rest of the pudding on top. And if you don't want to use the white eggs, you can use Cool Whip. But if you use the Cool Whip, you put it on top, and then you put it straight to the refrigerator, or eat it at room temperature, depending on how you like it. So I'm going to preheat the oven at 350. And then I'm adding more of those cookies. And I'm going to add more bananas. In total, I add 1 box of Nilla wafers and 4 bananas, okay? In here is the meringue. And now I'm going to add the meringue on top. And we're going to put this in the oven for 350 for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. That's depending on how brown you like your meringue to be. After the 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to take it out of the oven. You're going to put it on top of the counter, let it cool down a little bit at room temperature. You can eat it at room temperature, or you can put it in the refrigerator and eat it cold. So that's depends to your taste. So I'm going to finish putting everything. Now going in the oven, and I'll show you the final result. And here's the final result. So I'm going to let it cool down, and then ready to eat. We like it at room temperature, but of course, after a few hours, I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, okay? Remember, I make videos in Spanish, which is my primary language. And I also make videos in English. That way you guys can also enjoy my videos. So thank you for watching. Here is my homemade banana pudding with meringue. And then I'm going to cut some, that way you can see it. Nothing compared to the homemade banana pudding. When you make it, you're going to love it. So, thank you for watching. On to the next one. Bye-bye.